Wait, what are you doing over there? I think they're eating dinner. Mm.
Okay, I'm back.
You eating dinner?
Well, kinda, yeah, but
Is
I
it
can't
chicken?
really eat a whole lot. No, it's brisket.
Oh, dang, that's much
I
better.
barely touched any. I barely touched any of it.
Wait, why? You depressed?
No, I just haven't been feeling good today.
Weren't you like having a migraine the other day? Yeah. Hey, Cameron, how's it going? I finally got the stupid freaking thing on the right side so I can see your stuff. Keep that in mind, Cameron.
You finally fixed the chat.
Dude, it keeps. Alright, I hate it when Windows updates and stuff because it moves everything around and the chat bar will go underneath the game, and I won't even pay enough attention to know that it's underneath the game until after the stream ends. Like it was
That's
with
why you
Call.
do
It
some.
was like that with Call
That's
of
why
Duty.
you do a test run first before you actually do a stream.
No, it's called. I need to pay attention to what's on my desktop. Mm.
Also
Back to
called you need a monitor straight just for fucking chat. Get one of those miniature long monitors just on the side, just for
back to our
chat.
conversation with how to get away with murder. Okay, if we're doing an SAO, keep in mind we can't just straight up murder everybody because someone's gonna come out with a dagger out of nowhere and get you. We gotta hunt in the woods. Okay, we gotta get rid of them in the woods. You can't do it in the middle of a public street on floor 1. You come everybody's alloy on floor 1. And you do that all the way up until floor 10. And then at floor 10, that's when you just start murdering people. Is that just... Why do I have a wandering trader?
Why do you have a wandering trader?
A freaking totem of dying. I can't even save it. Gosh dang it. I have been on this world in God knows how long. Okay, if you're saying what about how to get away with murder, I mean, honestly, it's SAO. Look, you're trying to survive. It's a murder game. You gotta think. Survival of the fittest. It's just some people aren't going to survive. That's just the way it is. They're gonna die. Might as well just accept that. I still can't accept the fact that I have a 300-foot tall tower of sugarcane.
Wait, no, and I can't believe it's not butter.
Okay. Oh my god.
Had to do it.
Dude, did you ever see that Family Guy episode?
Yeah.
There's Lois is like, I don't know, doctor. I think it was actual butter. Ma'am, your husband killed 13 people, and 2 of them were kids.
Yeah.
Well, I can ask you what Smash Remix is, but I can also ask this dingleberry over here, because he probably knows. Sir, do you know what Smash Remix is?
No, but I can look it up real quick.
Dang, I thought you knew. Okay, I didn't know, so you're probably going to explain anyway. He's looking it up. One of you two's going to get it.
Smash Remix is a gameplay modification of Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64 with the vision of expanding upon the original game with new characters.
It's a N64 ROM with all the Smash characters?
Yeah, a modded version of the N64.
You can just say ROM, because honestly, the only way you're going to play that is a ROM.
It gives you access to all the boss characters: Metal Mario, Giga Bowser, Mad Piano, Giant Donkey Kong, Peppy, Slippy, Supersonic,
What the?
Polygon.
Is it only for the N64?
And then the remix, it adds in regular Bowser, Dr. Mario, Sheik, Young Link, Ganondorf, Dark Samus, King Dedede, Falco, Wolf, Mewtwo, Lucas,
Bowser's not
Marth,
in.
Wario.
Wait, Bowser's not in the original?
No. He
I
was a
could have
boss
sworn.
character, but not an actual
I could have sworn he
character.
was in the original.
No. Uh,
Oh,
Wario, Sonic, Conquer is in there.
okay, Cameron, I'll tell you this.
Marina and
Master Hand has actually
Geomon.
been a playable character from the beginning. You have to do some cheatsy doodling to get that. And no, I'm
Yeah,
not talking
there's
about
like
with
a
hacking.
cheat code to actually put it. You have to put in like a cheat code and then go into the boss battle with Master Hand, and then all of a sudden you can turn into Master Hand, and then you unlocks him as a playable character.
No, okay, so back in the day on Melee, it was more prominent back then to actually do it. But back in the day on Melee, you didn't put any cheat codes in. You did some weird shenanigans with controls, and that's how you were able to play them. But you had to have like 4 people to do it. It was really weird back in the day. I've only done it once.
There's also that very small 0.1% chance of becoming Master Hand by accident if you go with random character. If you remember that.
Yeah, there was. From what I understand, that was actually not even a glitch. That
It's
literally
just
was
since
natural.
like they purposely made it where you can play as Master Hand, but like it's hard to unlock him. And if you do hit random character, you have a chance of playing as him, but it's just a very small ass chance. That's why I said 0.1% chance.
Oh my god, I just remembered a story. So back in the day, in 7th grade, I got on eBay while in class, and I tried buying on eBay Super Smash Brothers. It was a gold cartridge version of it.
Yeah.
Might I add, for everybody watching, cartridges back in the day were like the VHS of gaming. Because if you remember, Brandon, VHS tapes
Yeah, I
used to
remember.
be different colors. Like you could get a orange one, a green one, a pink one. Believe it or not, you can get a red one.
Don't
We
forget
actually,
the bright ass yellow one.
oh yeah, and then there was a gold one. I don't remember which one that one was, or yeah, I don't remember what movie it was, but there was a gold cassette tape.
Oh yeah.
Black was the origin color for VHS, and then for N64 it was whatever that was. It was like a white gray color, whatever. I have in my drawer to my right, I have the gold cartridge of Majora's Mask, which was the original, but it looks really, really cool. It's also the 3D like film that goes over Majora's Mask. I got that. It looks amazing. And when I was a kid, we go into movie gallery, old time movie gallery. I miss that stuff. They would have they had a stand that had Majora's Mask on it, and I told my mother, I was like, "Hey, can we buy this?" She's like, "No, no, sorry, you ain't gonna be playing that." And I asked my mom so much, it was like $15 for Majora's Mask, and I couldn't even get it. My mother's like, "We don't have $15. Sorry, let's go." She wouldn't let me get the game. I was mad. Although I would have found out I wouldn't have been able to play because you need the expansion pack, which is also $25 for the freaking expansion thing.
I bet you crucial motherfucker.
There's so many things from back in the day I kind of miss. I really miss a lot of them. Wait. Oh, you're talking about the remake. Okay, yeah. I was about to say, it's like, Wario's a playable character. I literally was just about to say, it's like, Wario was a playable character. What the heck happened to him? They take him out?
Yeah, they had quite a bit of in the remix.
You've seen
Interesting, they
stuff about
added in Marina.
Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that. You've seen the remix stuff?
Do what?
You've actually seen some of the remix?
I'm looking at the Wikipedia for the remix.
Oh, okay. Not gonna lie though, pizza sauce on the pizza there is still not bad. I just wish it was cheese sauce. I need the sippy.
Yeah, you get to play as Marina Light Years from Mischief Makers.
Wait, Sippy's a character?
Yeah.
Who's Sippy?
One of the boss characters. Oh, it's a frog.
But who's Sippy?
Oh, it's the frog from Star Fox.
Don't you mean Slippy?
Slippery frog.
Had you go in there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, it's Slippy, the frog from Star Fox. Why did they say Sippy? Sippy ain't on the list.
No, Slippy, not Sippy. You're the one who put Sippy in there, Cameron.
And Happy Hair, one that tells you do a barrel roll from Star Fox.
Do a barrel roll. My God, the most like prominent line in all of Star Fox. I'm not gonna lie, that is the only line. You say do a barrel roll, about 90% of the planet would tell you Star Fox. I better hear that stupid line in the movie when it comes out. And did you also hear what other series that they're making as a movie?
I didn't even know that they were making Star Fox a movie, but okay.
Yeah, no, they're working on a Star Fox movie. Chris Hemsworth, Thor from the MCU, is playing Star Fox. He's playing Fox McCloud. Okay. Then there is Nintendo has officially announced they're working on 2 Legend of Zelda movies, an animated and a live action. So, you know,
if we don't get a short ass motherfucker playing a Link, I'm gonna be pissed.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you this.
Because Link Link is shorter than Zelda. Matter of fact, Link is shorter than most of the adults in the base game.
No, not Korean time.
Except for when
he's adult, he's average.
Yeah. That, and also in Ocarina of Time, he actually was living in the village of his own people.
Well, actually, he was adopted in there because he's not
keep
really
him, Cameron, keep this in mind, Cameron. They are working on the live-action version with, I believe it's not the director, but I think one of the producers of the Spider-Man movies. So they're they're working with.
You talking about the? You talking about the Miles Morales animated Spider-Man movies?
No. Well, no. Sony in general is helping make the live-action version. But I'm talking about for the live-action Spider-Man movies, which It was a person that was a producer for Spider-Man No Way Home, which was a really good movie. They planned that very well. So I'm approving of them working with Sony on this one. Now I guarantee the live action may actually be a brand new thing. And the animated may be a like kind of a thing with probably Skyward Sword. They're probably doing an animated movie of Skyward Sword. I would start with that part right there. I would start with Skyward Sword, make it 3 movies, and then start going from there. They can, after Skyward Sword, they could probably make any of the games into a movie. You are just going from character to character, Cameron. He's just listing off characters.
It does no. He doesn't have to list them off. I can just give you the list from Wiki.
I don't really need the list, because, I mean, I'll eventually play it. But, here's the thing, Cameron. I'm going to play it on my 64. I will 100% play it on my 64. I don't even know who Marinia is, anyway. To be honest, I've never heard of that name before.
She's from an old game that hardly anyone ever played.
Yeah, that would explain it. There's a lot of Nintendo
Marina.
games I've never played. I finally, after so many years, I finally got to playing, what is it, Metroid? I finally got to play that. My mother almost grounded me for playing it one year when I was a kid. She thought it was a little creepy, so she's like, "You're not allowed to play this." I tried playing it.
Yeah, Marina's from the Mischief Maker game, which came out a while back ago, but hardly anyone ever got to play it because hardly anyone knew it ever came out. Mischief Maker, you basically cause a lot of chaos, and Marina is one of those scientists, sidekicks, basically.
God, Cat
Or
took a crap and it smells so bad. I can smell it all the way from the other side of the house.
Mischief Makers came out, I think, on N64 or the one right before N64. But
it was on the Super Nintendo. It would make a lot more sense.
Hardly anyone ever played. Like, it's basically a forgotten game. But then again, there was a lot of them that hardly anyone ever knew about. Like most of the Super Nintendo games, they came out with a bunch of them, but hardly anyone knew about a whole lot of them because when Mario became so popular, who fucking cared about the rest of the games? And then
it was that and Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda and the Adventures of Link.
And then Pokemon too. Pokemon became a really big thing.
Oh yeah. When Pocket Monster first came out, it became so popular, then America was like, hey, can we get that over here? And then they adopted it as Pokemon.
Yeah, that was, it released in America in 97, but I believe it was 96 that it released in, Japan.
Nope, 1995 that it was released in Japan as Pocket Monster. It ran for 2 years before America adopted it into Pokemon.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, okay, that would make perfect sense.
I just realized Cameron's still over there texting. Just completely ignored chat for a second.
Dude, he's like, here's this character, here's this character. Oh yeah, here's this character. Cameron, we know all the characters. Believe it or not, for us as kids, we're OG Nintendo players, is what we are. We just adopted PC and Xbox and PlayStation. Actually, now think about it. We're OG
Actually, hey.
PlayStation. We're OG PlayStation and Nintendo.
Yeah, like
We adopted Xbox.
I actually own the original PlayStation 1. Not the updated the version 2 of PlayStation 1, but the original PlayStation 1.
Oh, was that what it was?
Fucking looking, yeah, the weird rounded edged looking one that's
I
small.
had the square one.
And
I
then it
wonder what that
updated to
was.
the square rectangle one. And then it went to PlayStation 2.
And I've got first gen PlayStation 2.
Oh, keep in mind,
So,
you ever notice how the PlayStation has a weird, interesting look with the buttons?
Yeah.
That was like the design because the bottom of the Nintendo 64 was supposed to be an attachment for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
I had mentioned it before. It's like it's a thing that no one really knew at all because they only released it in Japan. And then when they finally got to release on PlayStation, it was not long after that where they said, "Hey, yeah, this is an attachment for the Nintendo 64." Well, originally, I'm glad they.
I kind of want to actually get a Nintendo GameCube with the cartridge attachment. So you can play the
That'll be for the Game Boy
little
Advance.
Game Boy Advance. Yeah.
I had that attachment and it broke a while back.
Like at the moment, there's only one place I know that actually sells those attachments in good condition, but they are expensive.
Dude, yeah, there's a lot of.
And don't go to fucking eBay for them because they're 3 times the price that OG sells them at.
Dude, freaking Wandering Trader Bonanza today. What you got?
Like I've seen one on eBay go for like $200-$300 just for the attachment.
Wait, what is it?
The Game Boy attachment for GameCube on eBay. I've seen it go for around $200 to $300.
Get down! Jeez, Cat's just like, no, I don't want to get down, and I finally had to push him. Use that for my pizza. Like, no, you can't have my pizza, Cat. Don't like mine. Dude, yeah, Nintendo, I think, is the only console in the world, all of them, that have multiple attachments. I think PlayStation is a close second, and then Xbox is after that.
The PlayStation 2 is a close second because it had a shit ton of attachments.
It did. It 100% did.
But the GameCube had a lot more attachments than any other console.
Dude, the amount of stuff that one had.
Especially where you can hook it up to the internet. Like,
yeah, there's that.
There's literally only one game that you needed to be hooked up to the internet for, and that is it. There was only one game.
It wasn't Gale Darkness, was it?
No, because I played Gale Darkness on the GameCube. It didn't require it.
What game was it that was like the internet requirement?
I don't remember what it was.
I have to keep looking over to my left, make sure the cat's not trying to look at my pizza. Dude, friggin' Nintendo itself. They had so many attachments for Game Boy. They had so many accessories for it. They had a little thing that flips down and it enhances the screen, allows you to be able to see better. Pretty much, it's glasses for the screen.
A regular based Game Boy player for the GameCube on DKLDs and not on eBay is $60.
Wait, what is it?
The Game Boy player deal that's colored the black. Yeah, $60 because it's been cleaned and refurbished.
Dang, $60.
But hang on.
Keep in
Hang
mind,
on.
Gale
Let
of
me go to
Darkness.
eBay real quick.
Remember the prices for Gale of Darkness.
I don't want to remember the prices for Gale of Darkness.
Oh no, we can
Because
remember
those
that.
prices are still the fucking same.
They only charge like
Now,
$120 for a game.
They still want $120 per game.
I know. And it didn't even sell for that much.
For that exact same one, Nintendo GameCube player adapter, black, not cleaned, only tested, and not proof of, and it looks like it's been tampered with. They want $62.95 on eBay.
I get for the other one because you know it's clean.
And this one that looks like it hasn't been tampered with, but it looks like it's been tested, comes with the actual disc, which is the most important part for the deal. They want $189.99.
Dude, alright. So for Nintendo stuff, there's only one game in the world. It beats out every other game for the most expensive game in the world. Which one? What is it? I need you to guess this.
Wait.
What's the most expensive game in the world?
What's the most expensive game in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a hard one. Because even Gale of Darkness doesn't even match up to it.
No. There's only one game in the world that does this. Only one.
Fuck, what was it called? I used to know it, but...
No, you don't. You actually do not. I was hoping you would have heard something about it, but seems like you haven't.
No, I've heard. Remember watching like a video on like the most expensive video games to ever be made.
Now,
and the most expensive one had like what 10 copies made or something like that.
No. Keep in mind, it was actually recent, but from what decade is this game from? I want to see if you can guess this. So there's 70s that started most of the video games, and then the 80s were a few of them did come out, and the 90s were really.
Our Citizen?
No, I'm just asking. All right, what decade is it? 70s, 80s, or 90s? Because it's not 2000s. It's from the 70s to the 90s. What decade is that? There's only 3. Take a guess.
80s.
Okay, you got it. Now, what system? This is gonna be a fun one.
Sega?
No.
No, not the Sega system.
No, it's
Dreamcast.
No one knows the Dreamcast.
They also have.
No one knows the Dreamcast.
No,
But again, you're right. Hardly anyone remembers Dreamcast.
I only remember because my mom was dating somebody that had a relative that had Dreamcast, so that's the only reason why I know about it.
A friend of the family who's been a friend of my family for ever since I was born had one when I was younger.
Okay, so
and then he got rid of it.
What brand of video games? Like, what's the name of the company?
If it's not Sega or Dreamcast, so Sony stuff is out the way. Nintendo?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a fun game. I like this because it's kind of like it's one of those that really like it'll throw you off big time.
Is it on the N64?
No, the N64 was a 90s thing.
Really? Oh. So that means a Super Nintendo then.
There was only 2. There was Nintendo or Super Nintendo. Which one?
I want to say Super Nintendo.
No.
Oh, so regular Nintendo?
Yeah. Keep in mind, what game on the regular Nintendo earned the place at the top most expensive game.
And it ain't refurbished either.
Super Mario?
You got it. It's the most expensive game in the world. You want to know what the price range is? About $25 million.
Well, according to this article, August 2021, the New York Times reported that a anonymous collector had plunked down a record of $2 million for a copy of Nintendo's flagship video game made for the original 1985 console, Super Mario Bros.
Wait, not 25. It was $2.5 million. But is the most
The
expensive
cartridge was sealed in the original packaging, a rarity for a video game.
Yeah, the packaging.
I bet you it's because the owner of the original thought it was going to be a collector, and he was right.
I still have the box for it. Oh, we'll still have it at the house. No, it's in that other box.
But it absolutely...
The one Nintendo game that's been bought out at the highest amount almost every year on any market is the Super Mario Bros. For the regular Nintendo NES.
Really? Wow. Huh.
Because there was another time that it was sold for $100,000 and $150,000 and $150,000.
Well, it received the title of most expensive game ever because of that whole purchase for like $2 million. I think it was $2.5 million.
But that's not even the most rarest game. That's just it. The Super Mario Bros. Game is not the rarest. There's still a bunch of copies out in the world for Super Mario Bros. For just the regular NES system.
I own one.
So, like, why is it going for that much money? I would expect $2 million for one of the rare Nintendo games.
Like Secret of Evermore.
Yeah, like Secret of Evermore, which was never sold in the United States.
Wait, what is it?
And only had so many copies made. Secret of Evermore.
Super Nintendo game.
That even a fun game.
It is very hard to find.
It was never made in America or never sold in America. And you would have to have it like imported from another country. And you would also have to have a SNES that is not region locked to play it.
Are you serious? Wow.
No, they did sell some copies over here.
Yeah, but when it first came out, it was a region locked game.
Yeah, it's English. Only had it over there in England. And then they started selling it over here.
Dude, I can only imagine it. Like, people that will look through history and they look at us through time, it's like, these people are idiots. Dude, I can only imagine that you go 1,000 years in the future. And it's like, you've got to wonder what any human in the future is going to think of the humans of the past. Like, the one thing I would love to know. Oh, I didn't actually mean to make it that high, but that works.
Hey, hon, we can buy Secret of Evermore from DK Oldies for the SNES.
Oh, you can actually buy it.
Yeah.
I've been looking for that thing everywhere. I mean, the card.
DK Oldies wants $55 for that game.
Oh, it is rare.
Dude, freaking GTA 5 back in the day, $60. Oh, a game made in the 80s, $55. Man, you gotta love economy.
Okay, DK Oldies only increased the price of video games and stuff is because they actually open them up, clean them, playtest them, even put like new stickers on them and everything, make them look like they're brand new. They say it's all been either cleaned or refurbished, depending on what needed to be done.
I guarantee if they had any games that weren't opened ever, I guarantee they'd be selling it for like 5 times as much.
On eBay, the Secret of Evermore, still in its package, still in the plastic, $900.
Yep. I know it. Dude, it's like
And this one that's been actually sent off to be graded for quality tests and everything, and coming back with a level 10 grade, which is the highest grading that you can get on anything that you send off to be graded. This person is selling it for $4,000.
This is rare.
There's just so much.
It is in complete mint condition, and now since it's been sealed up, it goes for even more since it's been sealed up and graded. But speaking of stuff that's sealed up and been graded and is worth a lot of money, I just watched the other day, like yesterday or the day before, I watched two people go into a Audi dealership and put a down payment on a $50,000 Audi car with 2 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
That's probably
the
all
original. No, they
Dude.
showed the paperwork and everything.
They probably had cash on the side. I'm not kidding. They probably had some cash on the side.
on the official paperwork, it said they took in the non-cash but cash value item.
I've never heard of a single dealership ever doing that. I've never heard of a single dealership.
That's because these Yu-Gi-Oh cards at the lowest go for $3,000 just for one of them, because it's first edition platinum Blue Eyes White Dragon.
How the heck did one person even get a hold of those?
They had 2 of them, and they were in plaques with the paper of authenticity and everything. And yeah, it was $3,000 a piece, and they gave them 2 of them to put down on as a down payment.
Well, how the heck did the people even get a hold of those? Jeez, they have to have the money to even get the car to get the cards.
Like, it's just like that specific card you can't even buy or
I
get.
know.
You couldn't even get them out of the package. They were a event card that you can only get out of a certain event, and there was only 12 made.
Mm.
And only 4 lucky people get 3 copies.
Why do they sell them then? I would have kept those suckers for another 20 years. I guarantee they would have went up, way up.
I don't know. Hey, it's fucking. Did you see how much Logan Paul paid for a Pokemon card?
Okay, I have
that Charizard is now considered the most expensive card in the world right now.
Dude, I have a freaking Mewtwo card in a box in the other room that is actually worth $200. I can't sell this sucker because no one wants it.
If you go get it graded, they'll buy it.
I'd have to go to St. Louis, and trust me, you don't want to drive around there.
But yeah.
I'll tell you this, driving around St. Louis is the worst thing in the world. Some scary stuff.
But it's just like, why?
All those cars being sold for that amount. Here's the funny thing. whenever these companies initially release these things, never in their mind would they ever think that this is going to sell for like thousands of dollars later down the road. In their mind, it's like,
Right.
we can create something people would want. That was all that was there in mind. Now companies are just selling stuff. They're like, I wonder how much money this is going to be in about 30, 40 years. Dude, those cards aren't even 25 years old.
Why, did you look it up?
No, this year it's the 25th anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh!
True. But you got to remember, like event grade cards, those the value of those skyrocket faster than regular cards.
Okay, hang on. I gotta look up, see when was the first Yu-Gi-Oh card.
What, the first edition of Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
No, like the very first Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh, what was the very first Yu-Gi-Oh card? No, I'm curious.
I'm looking it up because here's the thing. My grandmother has a picture of her family, and there's a kid there, and the kid is holding a card, and it looks like a trap card. It has the color and everything. The border, the color, I can't see what was on the card. I'm trying to figure out exactly if it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card or not.
The official actual card game was made and released in 1999.
That was definitely not a Yu-Gi-Oh card then, because the picture's from the 80s. So
Yu-Gi-Oh's not that old.
Yeah, when was Magic?
Magic the Gathering? Oh, that's a whole lot older. I can tell you that now.
1990. Magic the Gathering debuted in 1993. Hmm.
1993, with 2.6 million cards sold out quickly for the initial first print run, which is crazy. But now, out of all the cards from the original print, the most expensive one is that Black Lotus.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at a picture of the Black Lotus. Dude, friggin', I didn't know this whole thing would go from a conversation about how to get away with murder in the SAO to, hey, what's the most expensive trading card?
Ooh, actually, no, that's a good question. What is the most expensive trading card?
It's got to be something from way in the early days.
What is the most expensive TCG? Okay, well, fuck you.
It's like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Basically. The current record price is the US, in the US, $12.6 million paid for a 1952 Mickey Mantle baseball card. Oh!
I was wondering if it was baseball cards.
On August 28th of 2022, breaking all previous records.
Ah, crap. I accidentally hit a button. I got my fingers.
So far, the
Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, Mickey Mantle rookie baseball card almost every year so far has broken the world record for the price paid for. These people keep finding the fucking deals. It's like, oh, I had a bunch of old baseball cards. I'll see if I have them. Fucking Mickey Mantle rookie card right there.
Dude, it's amazing how much trading cards go for. And look, they're pieces of paper. They're
No, hang on.
absolutely pieces of paper.
No, the original baseball cards were cardboard.
Were they really cardboard?
Yes, they were cardboard, not paper.
Well,
yeah.
Brandon, do you know what cardboard's made out of?
Yes, I know.
It's essentially.
But they were a lot more durable back then, though.
Ain't that the truth? Dude, freaking, have you noticed, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards themselves are, you can...
And don't forget, in the original packs of baseball cards, they had, like, pieces of gum that you get with them as well.
They talk about that on the radio quite often. No joke, a group of adults were actually talking about Halo. It was a couple of musicians. They were, let's see, it was a musician from Greek Fire, and they're the ones that came up with the song from Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how they were on the road with Linkin Park. And Linkin Park and them went to the opening night of Halo 2, and they got some cables, Xboxes, and Halo 2, and they were there in their buses playing Halo 2 on the LAN network. I was like, wow, talk about dedication, having a cable run from bus to bus.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about the whole LAN parties that people used to have back in the day.
Dude, I remember during a LAN party at my uncle's house, we had 2 original Xboxes hooked up in the same room with 2 TVs, 8 people in this one small ass fucking bedroom. It was hot in there, trust me. Even though it was like wintertime, we all were wearing shorts.
If I remember correctly,
short sleeve shirts.
Dude, if I remember correctly, I believe PC started it, but I think for consoles, I think Xbox is the one that started the whole LAN party thing.
Oh yeah. PC always had LAN to LAN connections, but Xbox made it popular when Halo came out. When Halo first came out, the very first Halo, and they said, it's like, oh, won't you hook up another Xbox to your Xbox, and you can have a fucking 4v4 8-man battle with each other, not on the internet. It's like, what? And then it got crazier to the point, it's like, oh yeah, you can hook up more than just 2 Xboxes together. You can have up to 12 people all together.
Yeah,
it's like, no way.
Yeah, wasn't it like 3 or 4 that you could have connected? Like, if you had a modem or like this whole little network thing.
I think the highest that you could have was a 16-man game.
Yeah, I think I believe it was 4 people.
8 on each side.
Because what it was is that, if I remember correctly, it was like, the matches were always like a 8v8, so that way you could have...
It was always the Slayer.
Dude, I miss the good old days about how all that was. I really do.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, you'd always hear people going over to each other's houses. I was never allowed to, believe it or not. My mother never let me go over to another person's house unless it was Casey. Believe it or not, I could not go over to someone else's house except for one individual, family friend. This is a more personal thing, and I'm gonna leave it after explaining this. I asked once if I could have a friend over, and she says, well, I don't know him, so no. That was all I got. Every time. It was stupid.
Didn't your mom stop letting you have people over after that one time where someone stole cards from you?
No, they stole toilet paper. It was Halloween.
Huh? Oh, what about that one guy who stole Yu-Gi-Oh cards from you?
No, I was still actually getting people to come over after that. He stole my Slice of the Sky Dragon! That son of a gun! And it was a unique one! It was actually a really special one. Problem was, I could never sell it because it was peeling off of itself.
Right. That's the same situation I have with my first edition Gate Guardian.
Dude, I had a Slife the Sky Dragon that looked like it was, I'd have to show you a picture of it on, Master Duels at some point. But I had that card, and I ended up noticing it was gone off the top of my dresser because I had it in a picture frame. And when I confronted him the next day about it, I was like, hey, you came over, and then all of a sudden my card is missing. Where is it at? Well, ended up getting his father involved. His father, because he made a story where his father actually worked for a Yu-Gi-Oh company making cards, and come to find out that his father never did. And then that was just the last time I actually talked to him. Although I did make some money.
That father probably buried him 10 feet under.
No, he made him apologize. He made him 100% apologize to me for taking the card, because he told his son, hey, I taught you better than this. You should not be stealing from people, including someone that should have been your friend. And before all that, we were trading cards amongst each other under the table. Under the table!
No, I remember doing that in school. Like, we couldn't really have any of the cards on top of the, like, during fucking lunch. Like, if they catch us with any Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, it gets taken away, and you'll never see it again until the end of the year. And by that time, they lost them.
No, what it was is that they gave those cards to their kids.
Yeah.
At least at our school, it was a thing where the teachers would take your cards, they would take them home, and give it to their own kids. Say, hey, here, you've been wanting this since, like, last year, so I bought it for you. And no, didn't buy it for you, stole it from me.
Yeah. Like, I remember one year that when Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out with the little Pokewalkers. You remember those things?
Oh my god, yeah.
Where you put the Pokemon onto it and you walk around to make them level up and train and everything. I took that to school with me, and I never saw it again until the end of the year. And at that point, it stopped working.
I never.
And I could never reconnect it to the game because I already did a reset on the game. So, come to find out, if you reset your game after connecting to the little device once, you can't do it ever again.
Dang,
that's a one save play only.
Dang, that sucks. It's been like probably what, 15, 20 bucks on it? Or no, hang on. Back in the day, money. So you spent like probably 10 bucks on it?
No. To get the version that had the little walker in it was about $25.
Hey.
And I bought both the Heart Gold and Soul Silver version with the walkers. And
wait a minute, was it that? Oh my god, that was the one from the Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had an image of my head that was the Game Boy.
No, it was the remake on the DS when they first came out with the remake.
I don't know why I was thinking Game Boy Color.
It was right after Diamond and Pearl and Platinum started dying down that they came out with it, and it brought Pokemon players back. And it's like, oh my god, yes, you can walk with your Pokemon and allow them to train and level up, and you can battle other people with the same little walker.
Dude,
or trade amongst each other, or get eggs.
You know what that reminds
if it was
me
empty.
Of? You know what that kind of reminds me of? Back in the day when they had the Pikachu in 64.
Yeah.
How you're so interactive with the Pokemon that you have.
It was Hey Pikachu, and you had to have the mic attachment for your controller.
Dude, we rented Hey Pikachu for N64 from Movie Gallery, and we tried playing it, and I'm like, why can't I play it? I'm a kid, so I'm stupid and not even thinking. And it's like, why is this working? My mother looks down, and my brother's in the room. I was like, you should not be frustrated with the game. What's going on? And my brother's just sitting there back. It's like, he's frustrated because of something that you guys did, and she's like, "What? How? What did we do? You got a game. You rented a game without getting the controller for it. You have to have a microphone." And my mom looks at us, and she's like,
total,
"Really?"
total older brother move right there. Is like,
Yeah, it
hey parents, you fucked up.
was.
You didn't pay attention to what little bro wanted.
It totally was, and my brother kind of got a good laugh out of it for like 5 minutes, and my mom's like, "Did we really?" And then we got back, and she complained to the cashier. She's like, "Hey, my son wanted this game and got it. You don't have the accessory for it that is required to play this game." And the cashier's like, "Oh, we only do games here. We don't do accessories." She'd only been working there 2 days. Turns out they do accessories. She didn't even think to say anything about it, because what she was doing was she's hiding it behind the counter so she can take it home to her brother. I found that out about 2 days later because it was me and my friend. We went in, and she started talking about how a mother and her son came in with "Hey Pikachu," and didn't have the accessory, and that she was hiding it behind the counter because she was going to take it home to her brother so that way he could play "Hey Pikachu" on his console. And I heard
It's
that.
like, hey, I'm that kid.
Have you ever heard? I told him, I was like, "Wait, did I just hear she has the?" And then I went over. I was such an honest kid, no joke. I would accidentally get people in trouble, and I stopped doing that after I think it was like 8. And we went in there. I think it was like 6 when me and him went in there. And I told the one of the boss guys, like, she's hiding the stuff behind the counter and not letting anybody get it. And the manager goes back there because he had a big old star on his shirt, and that was the manager's shirt. He goes back, he checks it, he sees it, tells her, "You're fired, get out." And she gives me a dirty look. I can't forget this because nowadays I think it's funny, but back then I felt so bad, but I was upset that she was, keeping something from me. So, yeah, but now
Like, you
it's kind
trying
of
to
funny.
keep something from me and everyone else. Try again. I'm gonna count the manager.
But yeah, before he said "you're fired," he got in her face about it, and she's like, "I don't know what it's down here for," and he's like, "I can check the security cameras." I don't remember the name actually, but I remember him saying,
Looking at those
security
words
cameras.
right there, that's something I wanted to talk to you about.
About what?
Sorry about interrupting your deal, but fucking third-party controllers. Xbox is going to make it where you can't use them anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about
They're
that.
going to they're going to update the systems where all third-party controllers will not fucking work.
I heard about that. I was like, wow. Where do you go, Xbox, for trying to upset about 50% of the population on Earth?
They said that that their first-party controllers, their controllers that they make themselves, ain't making enough sales because people keep buying third-party controllers and everything.
I wonder why. Is it because you possibly make it, expensive?
But you know, it's funny.
What?
The Elite series controllers are considered third party.
Are they really?
Yes. So people who have Elite controllers are not going to be happy.
No.
They spent $300 on a controller and they can't use them.
Isn't that promoted by Xbox though?
It's promoted by Xbox, but it's considered third party.
Oh, is it because of the modding controllers? Is it like
Yes.
the options to switch?
Souls are shooting your own self.
That's why you shouldn't be buying that stuff. You don't need it to. You never need to buy a controller like that to switch settings. Play
And the funny
and
thing
adapt.
is, there's ways to mod your controller without buying a $200-300 controller.
Yeah, you can buy one for like $60.
The same price that you buy for a brand new one.
Yeah, here's the thing too. Okay, you can go to a company that makes modded controllers, and what they do is they use actual Xbox controllers. They don't use third party. They use actual Xbox.
Yeah, you can send in like your controller personally, and then they'll just charge you for whatever modifications they done to it.
Dude, I about bought a modded controller one year, and it was gonna be like $180. And I was like, yeah, screw it now. I'm getting a gaming mouse. That's what I'll do. I'll just buy a gaming mouse.
Dude, I wanted to try to get one of those gaming keyboards, like the specific actual first-person shooter gaming keyboard. That little small one, where it barely has any buttons.
Well, there is a company that actually does custom keyboards that will, they're specifically set up for specific games. I know one company is doing one for Call of Duty.
Right, but I just want to test out one of those, because those you can get one for pretty fucking cheap, like $15 to $20.
Yeah, the one company that I'm thinking of, they are selling theirs for it's a keyboard that you can switch the settings, which keyboards
my god.
Keyboards make much more sense for this option to switch settings. And there is one guy that has their set up for Call of Duty. Then they have a setting for Minecraft. Then they have a setting for Skyrim. Believe it or not. Then they have one that is for what other game was it? GTA. Because GTA has all sorts of different things now. And we're supposed to be getting a trailer soon. I'm excited.
Oh, for 6?
Yeah, GTA 6 finally got announced that they're releasing a trailer next month. So we're getting that next year. And I think the only reason why they're releasing a trailer and they're telling people that it's releasing next month is because of all the leaks. They're finally get to the point they have to release it, or face backlash from people saying, well, you probably just saying all this to, mess with everybody. Which, I don't blame anybody for that part. It's understandable people think that they're messing with all of us, because for years, we've been trying to figure out whether or not they're actually making the next installment. Like, it's been a thing for a long time. I actually have a friend that used to work for Rockstar, and he said GTA 6 has actually been in development, but they only hired him on to work on, like, the first, I think he said campaign part, and it was only the first 2-3 hours worth it, and apparently there's supposed to be, in total content for campaign, about 35 hours to 40 hours. And he said there could actually be more. He said minimum 35 hours worth of campaign content, which I don't care about the multiplayer. Please give me campaign. I love GTA.
So
it's so much fun.
DK Oldies is having a early Black Friday sale.
Of course they are.
I went to go check on Pokemon Gale Darkness. They dropped it from $300 to $270.
Oh, they're selling it for that much? Jeez.
Yes, because that's actually on the cheaper side. Anywhere else you go try to get the game, they want over $1,000 for it.
Yeah, I know.
Or at least over 500.
Dude, it's just...
I even thought about trying to see if fucking Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was at a good price. You wanna know how much DK Oldies is selling it for?
60.
Original price $200. Right now is
oh my god! My cousin has Twilight Princess for GameCube, and it's she's a lucky duck.
And you know what's funny?
About $40.
Super Smash Bros. Melee, it's only $78.
Yeah, because that one everybody had. Like, it was all over, so there's no reason to have
Super Mario Sunshine is on sale for $60.
Dude, that game came out when I was in elementary school, and I remember seeing so many things.
Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is on sale for $89. Original price was $123.
Are you serious? I think I still have that. I think I still have Wind Waker. I gotta find it. I think I still have it because I still have a couple GameCube games.
Legend of Zelda Four Swords, original price $120. Right now, Black Friday sale $82.
Four Swords.
Yeah.
Isn't
What
that
about
a
Super Mario
GameCube
Brothers
or a
All-Stars?
Game Boy game?
No.
For
It's a
Nintendo.
GameCube?
It is a GameCube game that they also put on the DS later on.
DS. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. My mother had that, actually. My mother bought it, and that kind of surprises me a little bit.
Here's another one for you. Paper Mario.
Oh,
Original price, $180.
Dude,
Right now it's on sale for $120.
I do not want to ever play that.
Oh, fucking sale, is it?
No.
I absolutely
Pokemon
hate Paper Mario.
Coliseum. Original price was $250. Right now it's on sale for $190.
Coliseum? Wow.
Even the fucking
Is it the
Spiral
64
Into the
edition?
Dragonfly? No. Coliseum was
okay.
only Coliseum was only GameCube. But no, Spiral Enter the Dragonfly, its original price is only $30.
Yeah, that makes sense. Spyro started to decline a little bit more.
I fucking loved Spyro.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I love Spyro too. I played it on the PlayStation when it first came out. It was fun. Me and my brothers had a fun time with it.
Kirby Air Ride, original price $140.
Dude,
Right now on sale for $80.
There's so many games that if Casey had, if he had actually kept it, because he gave me a lot of his GameCube games, to be honest. Oh my
Why is that
God.
not more than it should be? Right, Shadow the Hedgehog, original price is $67. Right now it's on sale for $45.
Are you serious?
But I remember the Shadow the Hedgehog game being very popular.
Dude,
when it first came out.
It was a violent enough game to the point that my mother, she saw Shadow the Hedgehog on the cover with a gun, and she said, "No, you're not allowed to play it." That's all it took was a gun on the cover.
This is hilarious. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Now, Final Fantasy is a very popular series. Very popular. Original price is only $25.
Final Fantasy is kind of a hit or miss game, to be honest. When's the last time they made it? When's the last time they made one? It's been quite a while, hasn't it?
I had the DS version.
A couple years ago?
Yeah, it's been a little while, to be honest. It was before COVID. They haven't made one.
No, they had one after COVID, I'm pretty sure.
No, nothing. I need to look this up because Final Fantasy, it felt like they died off. Latest game. They did have a movie. I forgot about that.
They have a trailer for Final Fantasy 16 coming out.
Yeah. Okay. So Final Fantasy 7, Ever Crisis.
So wait, okay, so what year did 15 come out?
15 came out way back. Let's see. If I remember correctly, 15 was, I think, 2018, 2017. I might end up
2016. Damn.
Yeah, Final Fantasy is the one.
But hang on, they also, in between Final Fantasy 15 and 16, they did remakes of several of the games. Like right now, they have a remake of Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
That just came out like a year or two ago.
Final Fantasy 7 comes out this year for Android and iOS, which makes sense. They can actually handle it. Final Fantasy 16, I'm going to tell you this. I'm actually going to play that. I haven't played Final Fantasy since
Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade came out 2020.
Oh, not that real new one on PlayStation.
I thought about playing that, but then I was like,
haven't
eh.
played yet.
Final Fantasy 15. I actually did play Lightning Returns.
It's not dirty
I played that
servers,
one.
that's old, though.
Right.
And each one's actually apparently in the same world, but in a different universe, essentially. From what I was told, it doesn't all kind of fit with each other.
Oh, the one that you're talking about is Ever Crisis.
Yeah,
the
no,
latest version of Final Fantasy VII to give us more detail
Oh, Crisis Core.
of Crisis Core. Yeah.
Well,
Me
I
and
guess-
Cindy was talking about this the other day. Like, what? Yeah, we were actually talking about Final Fantasy and stuff because did you know Cloud is actually a clone?
Oh, is he really?
Weird.
Yeah, he is the failed clone of Sephiroth.
Oh, that would make more sense. Okay. There's only a little bit that I know about Final Fantasy, but Cloud is one of the characters that I do know about.
Yeah, there's a reason why. Did you ever watch Final Fantasy Advert Children?
No, I didn't check that out.
Well, in there you get to see more Sephiroth clones, but they come up to Cloud and call him brother and everything. And a lot of people was confused about that. It's like, why is they calling him brother? For those who actually played Final Fantasy or read up into the lore of Final Fantasy, the only reason why they call him brother is because he's one of the clones. He's just a failed clone.
Well, the thing was,
Oh,
It was
Final
one that
Fantasy
couldn't-
16 is out. I didn't know that. Ooh.
But it's already out?
Yeah, there's
What?
4 months ago. I did not know that. And there's actually a few people saying it's definitely worth playing. I just want a trailer. I
Final
didn't
Fantasy
even know it was
16
out.
actually came out?
Yeah, I didn't
Oh, it
know
came out June.
Huh. That would have been a good birthday present to me.
Microsoft Windows and PlayStation 5. Is it on Steam? Hang on, let me look
definitely
it up
check
real
it out.
quick.
Final Fantasy
it should be on Steam.
16, June 22nd.
INAL.
Where is it at?
Oh, what?
Released on Windows. It's an Windows version in development.
Oh, it's still in development? Oh,
Which one is it?
16.
Oh, yeah. What the heck?
Okay, so I guess why is it all the companies are just now starting to do games for the PC? Have you noticed it's like PC never got really anything until the last 6 years? GTA 5 finally released on PC after so much time. It's like gaming PC's kind of been out for a little while. It's getting 2 DLC to boot as well. I'm definitely check out the trailer here in a minute.
That's crazy.
I definitely need to be getting the PS5. Or I might just wait for PS6 whenever that comes out. If it does. Probably will. Yo, hey! Stop it.
Or you can go ahead and switch over to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels or Dead Island or Phasmophobia.
Has it actually been an hour for me? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna kind of try to wrap this up here in a minute. I just kind of figured to jump on to throw up a video for a little bit until, I can think of something like.
Well, you can continue. You can continue streaming. Just switch games.
Nah. The last time I did that, it didn't actually vote so well. Somebody complained. It's like, hey, you really should probably just stick with one game and thing. Because it was kind of weird, me transitioning from one game to the next. And yeah, it was just too weird. So, yeah, I'm not doing that. I've done it once before. I just don't ever want to do that again.
Yeah, well, they're douche nozzles.
Doesn't say when Final Fantasy 16 will be a PC game, but they do they say. Okay, so it'll probably be next year. We probably won't get it before the end of 2023. We'll probably just get it a year later. That would make much more sense. Let me check out the trailer, though. I want to see this. remake of one of the Final Fantasy games. I didn't know this was 16.
I don't really
That's
think
funny.
he survived.
Lord Rosfield, I've been looking for you for a very long time.
I'll tear you apart with my hands!
Try it.
Now die!
Dude, the music.
Right.
Final Fantasy is always stupid.
You're not the only one who's seen their world fall apart around them. I thought I was ready for this.
I know, but we will face it together.
We were talking.
Let's shut him up. I am a shield of Rosaria, and
I'm
I
gonna check
will
this
do
out as-
my duty.
I'm still playing it, but I'm definitely gonna watch these.
Right.
I like when it comes to games now, whenever a game comes out and has a campaign, you refer to it as a movie.
Well, that's what I did with Modern Warfare 3. I didn't play the campaign and just watched it as a movie.
Dude, the freaking games need to start releasing movies. Get away from this whole
Well-
superhero genre. Let's go for a
Oh,
game.
hang on. Final Fantasy 15 released a movie alongside with it. Kingsglaive.
Was it actually a movie that was released with it?
Yeah, it
Kingsglaive?
was a movie released with Final Fantasy 15. Because it was based on Noctis's dad.
2016 film.
Well, Final Fantasy, ah.
It's one of the few Final Fantasy games that actually got a movie.
Dude, they have a very popular actor, Sean Penn or Sean Bean.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Let me go look at some of the anime. Wait, was it animated or was it live action?
I think it's one of those, I think it was a CGI animation where it almost looks live action.
Dude, it looks so freaking real. Oh my god.
Spirits for them.
It looks so freaking real. I'm having a hard time telling. Like, every image here is just super freaking real. I can't tell.
Oh my god. I'm not playing Mortal Kombat 1 now. It's ruined for me.
Why?
They put Omni-Man in it.
You haven't even heard about that? He's been talked about for like 2 months now.
I just now saw something about Mortal Kombat 1. I don't get any information on it for some reason.
Dude.
But I just saw videos like, first time playing Omni-Man online on Mortal Kombat 1. It's like, no,
Dude.
that's fucking ruined for me.
No, he's actually a really good character in there. I do actually like him in there. It's pretty cool.
I
Keep in
don't
mind,
like the show to begin with.
Wait, you don't like the show? Why?
No, it...
That surprises me. With someone like
It's-
you.
You're right, but
How
it just puts off too much of a douchey vibe to me.
That's the whole point of it. That's
And when
literally
it
the
comes to
whole point of it.
superhero type movies, even anti-superhero movies, pull back the douchiness if you're going to do something like that.
No, that's not.
It's too much
an or-
douche for me.
Dude, no, that's not an original. That's that's based off of the Walking Dead creators. It's based
Yeah.
off of a little comic or a book series. Invincible is not an original animation. It's based off
Yeah,
of
I
a
know
book
that.
series.
I
which
know
is really
that.
good.
And there's a reason why the book series didn't get an animation until several fucking years later.
It's the same thing with The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead took a little time to actually make.
The Walking Dead was okay.
Well, it's because they had
The first
live action.
the first 2 to 3 seasons of Walking Dead was okay. The later
it was the
series,
first 4.
that's
First
when it
4,
went
that's when
downhill.
It died. Yeah, it died after 4. I'll say that.
Yeah, it died off quickly. They fucked up.
No, it's more along the lines. It's just like they got enough of their fill with zombies because everything has like a 4 to 5 year time span. Keep that in mind.
I really hope I can pay for the internet on the 15th. Or get the internet turned back on the 15th. Because I'm looking at all these fucking Modern Warfare 3 zombie videos. It's like, I don't want to ruin it for myself. But it looks so good.
Keep in mind, in a month, I will have you here. Depends on if the appraiser actually agrees to just saying, yes, your house is good. That son of a gun better.
Than we might have internet.
Dude, that son of a gun better actually get the things fixed on the house. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to talk to my realtor tomorrow to actually get things extended. Which
Yeah,
won't.
you need to talk to your realtor about that. It's like, hey, I've been going over there constantly painting stuff, and he hasn't done anything.
He's supposed to go over tomorrow. I'll say that. He's supposed to go over tomorrow, so hopefully he does.
And he's supposed to fix the windows and the fucking garage door all in one day.
Okay, the windows are fixed, and then there's a railing on the stairs. That's fixed. Now the garage has part of the roof that needs to be fixed, which I'm irritated with the appraiser because here's the thing. I know it's not good looking. Do you think I want to keep it like that forever? Heck no. I'm getting that fixed. If I could talk to the appraiser, tell him it's like, agree to it, and it'll be fixed within 2 months. I ain't keeping it like that. For anybody
like,
else,
no, that's the
don't
fucking
buy a
garage.
house. Yeah,
that's also it's also a detached garage.
That's
so
what doesn't make sense.
Cares?
Yeah, that's what doesn't make sense. Everybody's mind.
If you as a buyer personally say it is okay, they should allow that. They should allow you to go ahead and buy it.
You think that would be the case, but then Mr. Appraiser comes in.
Like,
sorry.
It's like, hey, appraiser, I really need to move. I am okay with that hole. I'll fix it later on once I move in. That's part of a detached part of the house. As long as the house doesn't have a fucking hole in the roof, I am fucking okay.
Yeah, sorry. Like the roof itself looks like it actually been replaced, recently. No joke.
Right.
It does look pretty good. So
the house
it does have a chimney though.
If you can talk to the appraiser, it's like, hey, don't fucking worry about that goddamn hole. I'm just more worried about the house.
Dude, he just...
I don't fucking give a shit about.
The appraiser didn't even know about the hole in the freaking roof, and he does. He just... Somehow he doesn't care about the hole in the roof. He cares about the beauty of the side of the freaking garage. You could... If you walked into the garage, you could actually see the freaking sky.
I know why. Because you can't see the hole from the roadside. Roadside value has a lot to do with housing.
And I absolutely hate
and if
that.
You can't see the hole, he won't fucking care. It could be as big as as a fucking meteor. As long as you can't see it from the roadside, it doesn't exist.
I don't understand the concept of why they think, oh, this needs to be done.
Well, the house inspector's the one that's got...
Get the heck out of here, Mr. Appraiser! You ain't buying a house. Now get out of my face. That's what I really wish.
Well, that's not
and here's the thing, too. All right, this is what's getting me right now. I did all my work. Now I'm waiting for this seller to fix his stuff. But there's one picture of a window, and that window it's a metal frame window, and it's from back in the day, way back in the day. What they used to do with some windows, which is a metal window that they attach into the frame of the house, like just the side of the house, they attach it in there. Now, on the inside of that is where the actual window is for the house from back in the day, and the paint on it is peeling. Now, I couldn't get to it because that son of a gun that's on the outside, that's much like a screen door for a regular door. This is a screen window for a regular window. I can't take that sucker off. So I can't get in there to scrape the frickin' paint off. And if he said replace window, then that wouldn't have been that big of a deal because then the window could have actually been replaced.
Right.
But no, it's in decent condition. Thing is, it's like I can't get there. And when I get into the house, I'm paying for some new windows regardless. I'm going through that whole house and I'm going to get new windows put in. Like the upstairs windows are going to be replaced. The basement windows are going to be replaced. The 2 other windows on the garage are going to be replaced, as well as the roof of the garage. And like all the first floor windows, they're all going to replace minus like, I think 3. All of them are going to be, pretty much a whole house worth of windows are going to be replaced. And yet, they all think this looks bad. Well, no one's going to see a freaking peeling window when there's something covering it. So that doesn't need to be replaced at all. That doesn't need to be fixed. It's good. And if something goes wrong, I'm hoping to God that my agent gets back to me and it's like, hey, you didn't do this. Like, I couldn't get to it. The guy wouldn't unlock the doors to the house, and I can't get to that stuff to scrape it down and paint it. I can't do that. It's behind something that can't be detached.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my thing right now that I gotta deal with. And I'm in Minecraft trying to figure out exactly how to go about this house. My whole greenhouse, I'm trying to figure out how to put stuff up. Let's see. Hi, kitty. What's up? Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna put this last 4 playing stuff, and then I'm in the stream. I didn't really do much, I just want to add a little bit of content to YouTube. I'll try to do a little bit more later on. Once I get the house, like, after tomorrow, I'm gonna find out exactly how the whole process is gonna go, and I need $6,200 to get into that house. I checked the disclosure, and it's $6,200, so that's good.
And how much have you already saved up?
I'm $200 away from it.
I got $100 I'd give you.
No, keep that. We're gonna need it for gas. I just need $200 to get in the house. Thing is, the closing isn't tomorrow.
I might not even have that $100 by the time you get here.
Which is
because
fine.
I was thinking about it's like I was going to like give my mom like a going away Christmas present with that money, but it's like I can't find anything cheap enough to buy.
And don't worry about it.
And most of the stuff that she would want, she's probably already going to get herself for Christmas. But she did that last year. It's like she made a list and it's like, okay, I'm going to get all this. She got half of her list last year. There's most of the stuff she couldn't get.
Yeah.
Most of it she got around the Black Friday.
That's the unfortunate life of broke people. I can't say poor. All right, that's the mentality. It's broke people. That's what we were. We were broke people, and because I was watching.
You have money, but you can't spend it.
Dude, I was watching Dave Chappelle, and he was talking about how his house back when he was a kid, it was cold all the time, and he's telling his dad, it's like, hey, can we just turn up the heat a little bit? A few degrees. It's 32 degrees. And his dad gets angry a little bit. It's like, son, no. It's like, I hate being poor. And his dad's like, son, poor is a mentality that we do not have. We're broke, but we are not poor.
Right.
I was like, dang.
I want to make a new Yu-Gi-Oh deck, but I don't know what to base it on.
Well, I mean, alright, look. Alright, let me get on there real quick so I can kick your butt with a new deck. Well, not a new deck. It's honestly just the same deck I just used yesterday.
Oh, you need to make a new one.
No, I'm good, because honestly, I like Sacred Beast cards. That and the Egyptian cards.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it fun for me, because I'm over here making new decks, trying them out, testing them. You're over here using the same deck over and over. Why don't you make an Egyptian God deck without the Sacred Beast?
I'm thinking Stardust Dragon deck, actually. Alright, everybody, I'm gonna see...
yeah, that's a good idea.
A little bit. Or, I'll see you all later in the week, probably. I don't know. I can't really make any guarantees, because right now it's a stressful time with this whole house buying situation. Keep in mind, houses are expensive, and they're stressful to buy, because you spend about a month and a half just trying to wonder, how broke am I going to be after I buy this house? Keep that in mind, everybody. You will be broke for about a month. You have money in your savings. You can spend it to buy an Xbox or a PC or pay off your car. But yet, when you're trying to buy a house, you can't spend that. It sucks. So, I
All
will
the
see
money you can't do nothing.
I will see everybody at some point in the future. Peace out. Wait. Have a good day, good evening, and good night, good morning, wherever in the world. I can't leave that out. It's a good intro or outro because honestly, it wishes everybody good luck for the rest of the day, depending on where you're at in the world. Really,